Cincinnati hasn't even reached the semifinals yet, but the WTA rankings are already in chaos. Sabalenka has suffered a stunning upset, Świątek is desperately defending her crown, and Alexandra Eala has broken into the world's top 20. With several stars sidelined and the biggest names still battling, the rankings could change again before this tournament is over. Some players are climbing because of strong Cincinnati runs, while others are dropping because they were eliminated early or missed the tournament through injury. And with the US Open getting closer, every ranking point is becoming even more important. Let's unpack who fell and who is rising, starting from number 30. At number 30 is Jelena Ostapenko holding 1,512 points with no movement. Her Cincinnati campaign ended in the opening round, leaving her ranking unchanged. And Lee remains at number 29 with 1,518 points. She reached the second round in Cincinnati before her campaign came to an end. Krejcikova drops 2 places to number 28 with 1,666 points following an early Cincinnati exit in the opening round. That early loss means she was unable to add valuable points while players around her continued to move. At number 27 is Marie Busova with 1,699 points. She reached the round of 16 in Cincinnati, falling to America's Coco Gauff. She keeps her ranking unchanged. Navarro climbs 2 spots to number 26 with 1,724 points. Her Cincinnati run ended in the third round, but she still gains ground. This is an important reminder that a player does not always need to reach the final stages of a tournament to move up. Sometimes, simply performing better than expected while rivals struggle is enough to create a significant ranking jump. Anastasia Potapova stays at number 25, holding 1,756 points after reaching the second round before exiting Cincinnati. Marins falls 2 places to number 24 with 1,870 points. Her Cincinnati campaign ended in the opening round, costing her valuable ranking points. At number 23 is Madison Keys, up 1 spot to 199 points. More importantly, she's still alive in the Cincinnati quarterfinals with another opportunity to climb. If she continues winning, she could make another significant move before the tournament ends. Anna Kalinskaya slips 1 place to number 22 with 1,933 points after reaching the third round in Cincinnati. The Russian hopes for deeper run at the US Open. With the hard court season moving toward New York, a strong performance there could be especially valuable for her ranking. Maya Kwalinska rises 2 places to number 21, now sitting on 237 points. Her Cincinnati campaign ended in the third round, but she continues moving upward, now into the top 20. Poini suffers one of the biggest slides, dropping 5 places to number 20 with 2,124 points. She missed Cincinnati through injury, leaving her unable to add to her total. At number 19 is Ekaterina Alexandrova, down 1 place to 2,186 points after exiting Cincinnati in the third round. And now we reach a name that is becoming impossible to ignore. Alexandra Eala is officially a top 20 player. The Filipino star rises 2 places to a stunning new career high number 18 with 2,221 points. Even after exiting Cincinnati in the third round, Eala continues climbing. Another sign that her breakthrough season is becoming something much bigger. She is now focused on the US Open where she is expected to create shock waves. This is one of the biggest stories in the entire ranking update. Alexandra Eala's rise into the top 20 represents another major step in what has already been a breakthrough season. The fact that she can climb even after her Cincinnati campaign has ended shows how much progress she has made. Now the attention turns toward the US Open, where she will have another opportunity to compete against the world's best players and potentially climb even higher. At number 17 is Srana Sršća of Romania, jumping 2 places with 2,294 points after reaching the round of 16 in Cincinnati. Diana Schneider drops 2 spots to number 16 with 2,468 points. Her Cincinnati campaign reached the round of 16 before coming to an end. At number 15 is Victoria Mbako, climbing 2 places to 2,530 points. The Canadian missed Cincinnati through injury, but still rises as the rankings around her shift. Iva Jovic moves up 2 places to number 14 with 2,671 points. She reached the third round in Cincinnati before her run ended. Naomi Osaka remains number 13 with 2,846 points. The former world number 1 skipped Cincinnati after an exhausting run in Toronto. Bencic stays at number 12 with 2,995 points after exiting Cincinnati in the round of 64 after she withdrew and lost to Baon. At number 11 is Marta Kostyuk, up one place to 3,980 points. She reached the quarterfinals in Cincinnati and is scheduled to clash with Coco Gauff. Amanda Anisimova remains number 10 with 4,533 points. And unlike several players above her, she is still alive. She has reached the Cincinnati quarterfinals and could make another move. Iga Świątek falls 4 places to number 9 with 4,634 points. But don't count her out. The defending Cincinnati champion is still in the quarterfinals, meaning her story is not yet over. She is still fighting to defend her crown and potentially claw back some of those lost points. The ranking drop may look dramatic, but there is still time for her to respond on the court. Svitolina rises one place to number 8 with 4,689 points despite leaving Cincinnati during the tournament through injury. At number 7 is Karolina Muchova holding 4,993 points. The Wimbledon finalist skipped Cincinnati because of injury, leaving her position unchanged. Linda Neskova reaches a new career high number 6, climbing 2 places to 5,028 points. The Wimbledon champion reached the Cincinnati round of 16 before her campaign ended. Her rise is another major development in the upper rankings, especially with the US Open just around the corner. Mara Andreeva moves up one place to number 5 with 5,433 points. At number 4 is Coco Gauff, unchanged on 5,919 points and still alive in Cincinnati. A deep run could bring the American significantly closer to the players above her. Jessica Pegula remains number 3 with 6,830 points, but she's still in the fight. The American has reached the Cincinnati quarterfinals, giving her another chance to close the gap at the top. And now the pressure on number 1 becomes very real. Elena Rybakina stays at number 2 with 8,141 points. Rybakina is into the Cincinnati quarterfinals and could reach 8,926 points by winning the tournament, putting the world number 1 ranking firmly within reach. And finally, at number 1, Aryna Sabalenka remains on top with 8,575 points, but she is out of Cincinnati. The world number 1 was stunned by 19-year-old Czech qualifier Sarah Bale, who produced one of the tournament's biggest shocks to eliminate Sabalenka in the round of 16. Sabalenka cannot gain another point in Cincinnati. Her early exit has suddenly opened the door for Rybakina to put serious pressure on the number 1 ranking. Rybakina can, and suddenly the gap at the top doesn't look nearly as comfortable. So while Sabalenka remains number 1 for now, the pressure is building. Her position is still secure at this moment, but the situation could become very different if Rybakina continues winning. One more victory brings her closer, and winning the entire tournament could make the race for number 1 extremely interesting heading into the US Open. Meanwhile, the battle throughout the rest of the top 20 is also becoming fascinating. Alexandra Eala has broken into the top 20, Świątek is fighting to defend her crown, Anisimova is still alive in Cincinnati, and several players have already seen their rankings change because of early exits or injuries. With so many points available during this part of the season, the rankings can shift dramatically in just one tournament. Cincinnati still has plenty left to deliver. Players who remain in the draw have a chance to improve their positions, while those already eliminated must prepare for the next major challenge. And with the US Open approaching, the timing could not be more important. The WTA rankings are moving quickly, and Cincinnati is proving that nothing is guaranteed until the final point is played. Sabalenka remains number 1 for now, but the pressure is building. Rybakina is chasing. Świątek is fighting. And Alexandra Eala continues her remarkable rise. Who do you think will finish as the biggest ranking winner here heading to the US Open? Let me know in the comments.